You have nothing to prove to anybody. You know, you're wasting way too much time on other people's idea of you. You ever spend so much time trying to prove yourself to other people that it always leaves you drained, and you never reach the reward, the thing that you seek in your mind, in your head, in terms of feeling validated and being at a success point? You never get to. You always forget who you actually are with dealing with others. Now, for years, this is something that I feel like I quote unquote suffered from, is just always asking for permission. Why are we asking for permission? We shouldn't have to ask for permission. Like, seriously, like we're just our own person. Whether you have a lot of confidence or you have no confidence. I thought confidence meant being impressive. I thought success meant getting validation. I thought being respected meant becoming whoever people wanted me to be. I don't know why that I thought that that was something that was successful in terms of installing that into my everyday thinking. But for years on end, I suffered from always looking outside of myself. And I feel like it's gotten to a point where I just drove myself so insane that I became very isolated and I didn't want to deal with the world anymore. I became very bitter. And the crazy part, I was surrounded by people that were just doing the same exact thing. You know, fake energy, fake love, fake support, fake fucking confidence as well. I mean, I guess we have to fake confidence, right? To get the things that we want and to make other people believe that we are something that we are not. Everybody's pretending, everybody's performing. I guess that's the art of being a character in this world. And somewhere in the middle of that noise, I lost myself. Countless of times. I feel like I've restarted and tried to reinvent myself so many times to make other people accept me. I don't know why I do that. I genuinely don't know why. I don't need to do those things. Neither do you. And that's why I'm making this video. Insecurity will make you betray yourself if you do not know how to control it in ways you don't even notice at first. It'll make you laugh harder than you want to and just make you perform or pretend on a constant day-to-day basis. And that is what makes you a pretender. A pretender is somebody that lives in a false fantasy, and usually that false fantasy always ties to that person going to sleep at night, if they can, questioning themselves. You know, sitting there and questioning themselves. The worst thing that you can usually do is question yourself and not be certain about who you are, especially at a young age, because everybody is looking like we're just doing the same thing. It's like it's very sad, because it's like, where is the individualism? Everybody wants to be a hustle, bro. You know, I see a lot of males, a lot of guys, you know, that I've known before in the past, and I've seen many people change, and I believe that it's for good reasons, don't get me wrong, but I see a lot of influence. Because generally, you know, those people aren't who they are becoming. You know, it's just the influence that they are becoming. Now, that's none of my business. I used to walk in the rooms already thinking about how I needed to act. I used to really do that. How I needed the sound, how I needed people to see me, all of this stuff, bro. I was completely insecure. I don't know what I was really doing with myself, but just trying to find myself at these points. You know, 15, 16, 17, I was completely lost, man. And I was doing a lot of coping with a lot of external uses that were not healthy at all. They were not healthy at all, you know. I wasn't reading books. I wasn't doing inner work, but then I was with psychedelics. So it was a great mix of being in the middle to where I'm still distorted in certain ways. You know, I want to be a part of society because I think that's normal to do. And as a human being, you want to have community, you want to be connected. So it's okay that you want friends. To whoever's watching this video, it's okay to want to be somebody, don't get me wrong. And for me, I believe that I am somebody without other people, seeing my value. A lot of us base the value upon what character we can be in the movie. And this has caused a lot of fortunate circumstances for many people, to where they get to a point of being isolated for way too long, getting depressed. A lot of people making the decision to take the easy way out as well. Because there's just no form of community no more. Nobody wants to just be themselves, because being yourself is almost a nuisance to the world. You get perceived differently, you get looked at weird, and it just feels like you're a problem. Like, seriously, I always felt like a problem. I never got it. But just so you can feel accepted, you got to do things that you don't want to do, which always leaves you tired, drained. Like I said, you're always going to just feel out of place, out of character. So this leaves you to want to be in your room and want to be away from everything. Seriously. I mean, it shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. But I believe that you need sometimes that space of isolation so you can understand yourself on deeper levels, because when you're around a lot of people, right, I believe that it's a lot of constant influence. You're based around energies that are very different than your own karmic energies. So you can unintentionally become somebody that you're not, and like certain things that aren't really tied to your own not spiritual, I don't want to say spiritual, more so like soul interest. And you could waste a lot of time doing that. So when you're by yourself, you get to figure out and go ahead and coincide in the things that make sense, and you can go ahead and build your world, I would say, I don't think the word is fluently, but you can build your world in a more optimal way. The trap of seeking validation. I think a lot of people are exhausted. I myself, I'm very exhausted. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing still, but I do. I think it's like I'm on this flow search of who I am, because for so long I've noticed certain patterns, and those certain patterns always came from the outside. Those patterns never were reelected from me as a child. Me being young, me being youthful, innocent, because a lot of the time when you're much younger, you are very much more vibrant in these certain different interests that cultivate your world, but you drive away from those things because you are given so much access to many different options. So now you can pick whatever it is that is out there, and go ahead and follow that. And a lot of the time, we don't even want to do those things. A lot of the time we feel like it's forced. A lot of the times we do feel like it's forced. Seriously. Now, I think a lot of things are pushed on us because there's obviously certain reasons why. We can't sit here and play fucking video games all day. It's clear as day what's going on. It's literally in our face. And if you're sleeping to this, concept, it's just, you're neglecting the obvious, and that's okay, because, we're all doomed. But we can make something out of the time that we do have, and that's why I'm making these videos, right? Everybody is branding themselves now. Be yourself. Everybody is performing confidence. Go ahead and try new things and be yourself. Everybody is trying to look untouchable. Go ahead and be yourself again. If you're not that big, tough individual that walks around like this all day, don't be that guy. I am not that guy, so I don't perform that way. I believe that personally I have traits that are very balanced, masculine and not too much feminine ways, but I embrace that to the core. I do the things that I like to do, I dress how I like to dress, and that makes the most sense for me. I think you guys should also do the same. It's healthy for your soul. At the end of the day, we need healing. As just a general statement out to the world, I'm putting this out in the universe. We need some type of healing, bro. Seriously, we need some type of assistance. I do think we need some assistance because a lot of people are unintentionally driving us in the wrong direction. And a lot of the time, it's intentional as well. And this builds a lot of confusion. It builds so much confusion. Seriously, it's the blind leading the blind. And for so long, it was like that for me until I met two great individuals. I love those people. And they've showed me the way to learn how to be yourself and not be so influential in those ways as well, because it's like I gotta find my own swag. You gotta find your own swag, bro. You gotta find your own steez, G. Like seriously, you need to find your own steez and you need to be your own person. That's hard to do sometimes when you're living in a world full of lies. You're living in a world full of bullshit. God forbid you're probably passionate as well. Nobody rewards passion, which I don't think nobody needs to necessarily reward passion, but it would just be nice to kind of be acknowledged sometimes. I used to chase validation on a day-to-day basis. I used to chase attention. I used to chase approval, and sometimes I would chase recognition. I thought this was the normal thing to do in order for me to get to that place of high. I think the word is hierarchy, if that's the word, right? Because external validation is temporary. So you're never going to really have it for too long. It's something that is usually fleeting from you, and you have to sit there and chase. I don't like to chase nothing. I don't even like to go and commit to women no more. I don't know, man. It's so unfortunate, but this is me being honest. This is me being honest. I don't believe that it's not me. I believe that it's just the world, and I won't try to change that, Seriously. Excuse me here. I think that I want to drive more of a better, uplifting perspective, but just keeping it raw, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, because nobody's telling the truth anymore. A lot of things are completely just bull slop. I'm called bull slop because I'm really trying to cut off the cursing. But if you ever just notice, man, where are the people complimenting each other anymore? Nobody seems to embrace the next human being. I mean, women do it all the time. Girls do it all the time. I see it all the time. Wow, it's nice to see that girls appreciate each other. Is it fake? Is it something that isn't really genuine from the heart? I don't know. But guys just walk around and they believe that they always have to be this character, man. And it's bro, drop the bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? When are we going to assist and help each other, bro? Why are we always competing with each other? It's so funny. I'm going to end it off on this note. But I was trying to work this specific job. And the guy that was teaching me, the whole basis upon what I had to do revolving the formula with the push and play system was you got to compete, bro. You got to compete. You got to be the best, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta compete with other people, bro. You gotta compete with your friends. I was looking at this guy what the fuck? Why I gotta compete with my friends, bro? I'm cool. They can do better. That's fine. I was so lost. It's gonna make you do better. It's gonna make you do better, bro. It's gonna make you perform better. No, it's not. It's gonna make me envious, jealous, and always looking for something that I'll never have. I don't need to be better than nobody. That's okay. That's okay. Look, I will say this to you guys. You could just understand, bro, that you will have love at home. Regardless of who you are, just be you. My whole fucking campaign is being myself and telling other people as well, yo, look, listen, I know it's hard, it's difficult to do, bro. Just be yourself, that's it. Just be yourself, that's it. Take care, guys. Cheers.